Audrey Hepburn. She is to this day still the most elegant and sophisticated style icon. And today we're going to take a look and analyze her style, step by step. I'm Mia from the Glam Factor, and my channel is all about glamour, elegance and vintage Hollywood glamour. So definitely subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this kind of content. Because this is a mini-series, I also will link the whole playlist so you can check it out if you want. I have my notes, so without further ado, let's start with the style analysis. We first always start with the makeup, so let's have a look. She definitely wears a signature eyeliner, which is more of a thicker eyeliner, and she uses a certain technique for her eyeshadows. As you can see here, she places the lighter eyeshadow on her eyelid, and then she really contours a darker shade to give her eye a shape. If you want to go a bit in depth how you can recreate this eye look, let me know in the comments and then I will make a video about that. Her lips are very natural. She most of the time wears a very nude shade, sometimes a bit of a darker nude, but most of the time she keeps it very simple. She also uses a lot of mascara. Also, she keeps her eyebrows very natural, very fluffy, very thick, so that's pretty much on trend right now. Her eyebrows are more straight, so they are not really arched, but they are more like of a straight line with a very delicate arch. As you can see in here, they are more going outside of her face and not really going down. So I hope I can explain it good. Her hair. Let's analyze her hair. What I noticed analyzing her hair is that she never ever wears, very rarely wears her hair openly, as you can see here. It's very, very rare. Most of the time she wears her hair in a nice updo, like you can see here, or in a ponytail. We don't know many pictures where we see her with open, flowy, wavy hair. That's not really her. She has a few pictures where she has shorter hair. When she had shorter hair, of course, she wore them just short. But most of the time she wore her hair in a nice updo, in a ponytail, as you can see here. I think that might be because of her ballet background, where you have to tie your hair up. So maybe it was just what she used to and continued. Thanks to her ballet training, she really had this amazing posture and could carry herself with a lot of grace and elegance. So let's analyze her fashion. We are starting with a cut, and as you might see here, her necklines are always a high rising necklines. So she never wears anything too revealing. Her necklines are very high, and she often wears boat necks. Also, she wears a lot of high necks or roll necks. Definitely she doesn't show a lot of shoulders. Most of the time she wears short sleeve shoulders or even long sleeved shoulders. And for her skirts and dresses, they are most of the time an A-line cut, which really gives her the feminine vibe. Also later in the 60s, she wore a lot of straight skirt lines, as you might see here. For trousers, her trousers are always high waist, and they are more formal, I would say. Very neutral also very neutral, so they are very high-waisted, most of the time black, and they finish below her ankle or on her calf. Here you can see a very signature outfit of her. So she has a boat neck, long sleeves, she wears very simple colors, she wears very simple neutral colors, and her trousers are also very simple, sophisticated, high waist and finish below the calf, or on the half of the calf. Cut, nighttime. During nighttime, she definitely sticks with her boat neck approach. So the boat neck cut was definitely her signature look, I would say. Sometimes she also revealed her shoulders during an evening or during the evening event, nighttime. But she definitely sticks to her very neutral cuts. But as you might see here, she was not that revealing like other actors during that time. She was a bit more modest, I would say. Colors. Audrey Hepburn was, I would say, very minimalist. She wears a lot of black, a lot of white, a lot of neutral tones. One of the most iconic pieces she ever wore was the beige trench coat. She wore it in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany, and since then beige trench coat were such an iconic piece of fashion. So she definitely focuses on these three colors: black, white, beige. Sometimes she also wears softer colors like baby blue, pink, and occasionally she goes on bolder colors, like you can see here, red, a green, something pink. But most of the time she sticks to this very soft or neutral colors. So if you want to get inspired by her, stick to this very neutral color palette. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, because there I have highlights just about my style icons. Like for example Audrey Hepburn. I don't post daily, to be honest, but definitely weekly. So follow me there if you want to get inspired and you want to see more. Shoes. Audrey Hepburn, during the daytime, she definitely wears a lot of flats. A lot of ballet flat, to be specific. And her ballet flat, as you might see in these pictures, are very simple. Most of the time black, beige, white. Very simple shoes. During evening she wears kitten heels, as you might see here. So they are heels with a very small heel. And she also sticks with a very classic color, like you can see here, a very neutral color. And also during daytime she uses sometimes kitten heels. The color of her shoes are very minimalistic, I would say. Here you see a satin version of a shoe. Here a red shoe matching her dress. But most of the time she wears black, white, beige, and very simple styles of shoes. Very simple shoe styles. As you might see for the color palette of her clothes, a lot of soft pink, black, white. She also sticks to the color palette when she is a bit older. Like you can see here, she's all dressed in white. She still looks gorgeous. And here is a bolder choice. But as you can see from this picture, she still has a very high rising neck. A nice color palette, which goes back to the years. She also wears like cream colored in here. So definitely she has found her style and she sticks to it. Bags. Audrey Hepburn and her bags. Audrey Hepburn wore a lot of structured bag, as you might see. By the way, I also have a whole video on expensive and elegant looking bags. If you like what you see in this style analysis of Audrey Hepburn, you have to check my other video out. There you learn a lot on elegant and sophisticated bags that look expensive, because Audrey Hepburn follows the same guidelines. As you might see here, they are not too huge, not too small, and they are very structured. They stand on their own. As you also see here, she doesn't have a long shoulder strap. She likes to hold her bags on her elbows, which looks very sophisticated. Also, she wears a lot of simple bags. So if we might take a look at the color, a lot of black, here a brown version. Oh, a Louis Vuitton. Very simple and elegant, sophisticated bags that would still be on trend, in fashion today. Okay, jewelry. Jewelry. As we might see in here, she doesn't really wear a lot of jewelry. She has tiny earrings most of the time, but other than that, we don't really see her wearing any jewelry. She doesn't really wear bracelets or any necklaces. Of course, sometimes in movies she wears them, but as we analyze those pictures, she occasionally wears earrings. Rather than that, she doesn't wear jewelry. Accessory. Audrey Hepburn was such a lover for headwear. Take a look at those pictures. She wears a lot of pictures. It doesn't matter if it's summer, winter, no matter the season, she has some sort of headwear. That's maybe also a reason why she wears her hair in an updo. So if we take a look in here, it really depends on the headwear. Sometimes she goes a lot of, sometimes she has very classic options, like in here. Very elegant hats, smaller hats. Or she has very bold statement hats, and then a bit of a, how to call it, statement headwear, like this flower in here or this one. Sometimes she also wore satin ties on her head, like you can see here. And she was definitely a hat lover, as we might see in here. There are almost all the styles of headwear, so bigger ones, smaller ones, head ties, everything you might imagine, she wore it. We can definitely get a lot of inspiration when it comes to headwear from Audrey Hepburn. What she also wore a lot are stolas, as you might see in here. That was definitely a thing for her during the evenings. So she, as you might see in here, she has like a stola on her elbow she could throw around her shoulders, and she was covered up whenever she wanted. She also is very known for her silk ties. Here she wears some at her head. If you enjoyed this style analysis, subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a video, so you never miss any glamorous fashion video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I have a whole highlight section just about Audrey Hepburn. I'm also working on a very amazing project regarding style icons, where we go in depth about all the amazing glamorous fashion icons. For more information, take a look on my description box. There's a link where you can sign up to my email list, where you get an email all about classic elegant. You can sign on to my email list, where you get a lot of additional content all about fashion icons. And if you want to be the first to know all about my secret little project, I will reveal it through my email newsletter. So if you want to know what it's all about, and if you want to add some glamour to your inbox, definitely subscribe to my newsletter. You will find the link down below in the description box. I have a whole playlist on style analysis, where I analyze the styles of many different style icons like Dita Von Teese, Grace Kelly, Emma Clooney, just to name a few. So if you enjoy this content, head on to my next video and I will see you there. Bye!